For me, Stree Shakti. Today even I am in form of Stree, and Stree Shakti is the backbone of Satya Sanatan Dharma. I, Acharya Mahamandaleshwar, or the High Priestess of the Kinnar Akhada. For me, it is so divine because I, Laxmi Narayan Tripathi, found and discovered the own Stree in me. What I have learned right from my childhood, that in the Satya Sanatan Dharma, Shiva said, without Shakti, I'm Shav. I'm a dead body. Gender balance was taught by Shiva. Same way in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Sachidanand Swarup, Swayam Narayan said that entire Prakriti, the universe, is Nari, that is Stree. For me, Stree Shakti is the oxygen of our human life, and we should learn to respect it. We should teach our generation to respect it with lot of dignity, immaterial in whomever the Shakti is, and people should enjoy. India does celebrates Stree Shakti during many festivals, big and small, across this country and continent, but at times we forget to respect it with dignity. I learned the art to love, to caress, and to treat it with dignity, the Stree Shakti within me. When you speak about the 9 Devis, everything is from them. That's why I said Bhuvneshwari, Tripur Sundari, Ma Lalita, Jagadajanni, Ma Durga, Bhavani. My relation with them, see, my name is Laxmi Narayan, and I always say with name you have characteristics. I believe I have lot of characteristics. Devis and Devis have blessed me, and my relation with all of them is one with the nature. Who am I? I'm just a small atom in front of that big Shakti. And I believe time and time, in past and in future, all these now Shaktis and all the Shakti which comes from this entire universe, whom we call Tripur Sundari Bhuvneshwari, has guided my path and is always standing with me. As my name Laxmi, I always relate myself to Laxmi. I always find the ocean to be my father's place. Ocean pulls me towards him. I believe a lot of nature, my lot of being is very similar with the blessings of her whom we know even as Lalita. I still remember as a child when I was ridiculed, when I was laughed at, when I was considered not to be even a part of this mainstream society, and my being was considered as a transparent object. That time dancing, my passion was dancing, my passion was to be on stage, my passion was to perform. It took away all the tensions, it took away all those minimal things what the world was trying to put on my head. As a child, I was just a simple child and I wanted to live my life. One thing which never ridiculed me was stage. One thing which always appreciated me was stage. Whether I was doing extempored, whether I was dancing, whether I was doing whatever on stage, or in Hindi we say Vyaspeet. Stage never asked me my gender or my sexuality. The entire world at a point of time was an enemy of mine. But I had only one friend, that was my stage and my art. It pulled me out from abuses of my life, from tortures of the world, and put me in presence where nobody ever asked me my gender and sexuality. They only know she's an artist. So I believe performing art creates one kind of space where immaterial to your depression, immaterial to your fatigue, immaterial to your stress, once you start doing it, you feel most relaxed. I believe stage is still waiting for me and I should perform again. A busy schedule like me, that before COVID it was like I was living in and out of the airports and living, they say there is an English saying, you live out of your suitcases. My life was that. But of course, There are few things, which I learned. Say, I love to have a very light vegetarian food. And whenever I used to get time, I used to just perform in 1 or 2 songs. That kept me fit. But one thing always keeps me fit. Early morning when I brush and when I say, Laxmi, I love you. The art of loving yourself keeps you mentally fit. Not being selfish, but loving yourself. Dance taught me expression. It taught me the language where at times I was shy. It taught me a language which I was afraid and I was behind the curtains. It taught me to speak even without speaking through my eyes. It taught me to retaliate. It taught me to protest even speaking without a word. One look of mine could put many people away from me. And one smile could bring thousands close to me. My own dance brought me and confidence. Dance gave me that foundation to walk with my head straight, immaterial to any thorns and anything thrown at me. When you ask that what gives me the most strength, is that nothing is impossible in this world. Anything and everything can be achieved. I, as a human being, has the same ansh of Sachitanand Swarup that any man and woman. For me, food is like Annapurna. We all strive hard for one morsel of food. My community people even sell their body for one morsel of food. For me, food is everything. Whatever is served on my plate, I do eat. Early morning when I get up, of course, the first thing I do is have tulsi, have lukewarm water. My routine starts from there. I really love khichdi is my favorite and green vegetables is my weak point. Dance healed the biggest wound in my life, the wound of non-acceptance, the wound of being a transparent object. Because I could dance, people appreciated me while dancing, and I felt so relieved. I felt so appreciated only because of my dance. My dance, it broke all those negativity which was around me. It brought me in my own eyes. I again got dignity. And I believe as a person, when you fall from your own eyes, that is the biggest fall. But dance never let me fall. It never allowed me to go into depression where my life would be in darkness. It healed my wound of sexual abuse, of non-acceptance, of being nowhere. I believe dance was one of those forces in my life which put me there. The Devi within me is Laxmi. I enjoy every second of my life. Now also talking with you, it's a celebration. Once one big saint asked me like, Laxmi, what do you feel your life is? I said, my life is a festival. Imagine the colors of my life, it's more than rainbow. If I put 100 rainbows also in my one life, I find it very small. I find it very little. I always say I live life queen size, and the queen in me is the Devi in me, because the Stree in me, the femininity in me, which I myself recognized and pampered it, is what it has created this Laxmi Narayan Tripathi. It's fun to be a woman. I would like to say to the world and people around me, the biggest strength in this pandemic COVID is the willpower, is the power to live. It's a will to live healthy. It's a will to take care of yourself. I believe the willpower always plays the most important role in any kind of situation, in any kind of disease, in any kind of health crisis. I believe your willpower should be the strongest power in you, and you should build it. I want to say to all the women, please pull out the real woman within you. Learn the art of loving yourself. Learn the art of carrying yourself with dignity. Because if you don't treat yourself with dignity, nobody will. And don't take any crap from anybody. Take that power in your hand and say no, that big word no, in a very stern way where nobody will repeat any mistake thereafter. My blessing is my mother, my family, the person who loves me the most, my fiance, my guru bhais, and a big universe of people around me. I'm blessed that I have so much of love. Even you, Upasana, means even you are one of a blessing to me. And I believe my every small relations in my life is a very big blessing. And I like to keep it very tightly with me, because every relation in my life is very important and they all are blessings. 5 women whom I admire. It may be controversial, but of course I admire. Of course, the first woman I would always admire is my Janani, my own mother. Second, I admire Elizabeth Taylor, Cleopatra, Helen of Troy, and Jagat Janni Tripur Sundari Bhubaneswari.